Hi everyone, I know I haven't made a video in like a couple of, let me adjust the video or my phone. I know I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks. It's just because once I got to Washington, D.C., it's been a whirlwind trying to get doctors on board with getting my treatment and making them understand the complexities of my case, and that it's rare, and literally trying to get into NIH for a clinical trial is basically what I've been doing, just because I feel as if, I'm in a situation where I'm not moving in a direction to get treatment and to get better from an illness just because it's chronic. And I don't believe that is the answer. I believe that there should be some type of treatment to mitigate my symptoms, and what's going on with me, and that doctors should not just dismiss the need for my care just because I don't meet a specific criteria. That's what I've been dealing with. Just because my numbers are not below 500, even though I'm symptomatic, I have chronic infection. I meet all other standards for treatment. I've been having a lot of trouble getting treatment. I want to keep this cancer at bay because LGL is chronic. But understand that there are people out there that have remission. There are people out there that are living their lives, going to work every day and keeping that cancer at bay. And so I want to be one of those people. I want to have that avenue. I do not want to have a disease that is going to debilitate me and cause me to have autoimmune disorders for the rest of my life, and I can't do anything about it. It's unacceptable for a doctor to say, oh, it's chronic, and leave it at that, and not give me a means for treatment, not give me a means to fight back for my life. Understanding that LGL is indolescent and chronic disorder depending upon what type of LGL you have. But at the same time, when it is debilitating you and putting you in a position that you have never been, where you're bedridden, like for me, I'm having swelling all over my body. I'm having pain all over my body. I constantly have an upper respiratory infection or some type of infections. I have anemia. I'm close to being infusion dependent. My numbers are dropping steadily from 11 of last year, my hemoglobin, to around 9 and 8 right now. So I'm almost infusion dependent. I'm almost there to where I'm going to require an infusion, and nobody's paying attention to that. Nobody's saying, oh, well, look at your hemoglobin, it's dropping over the past year. It's dropped 3.5 points, and we need to do something about that. It's, oh, well, it's chronic. I think that's unacceptable. I think that is not an answer, and I should have means to fight back against this cancer. I should not have to sit and wait for my body to break down before I get some type of treatment. That means that there's treatment out there that or research out there that is needed or required to get me to the point where I can live a quality life. I'm only 34 years old. So I have a long life to live. And if you tell me that I'm going to live with a cancer for the rest of my life and I don't have treatment and it's going to debilitate me and I'm supposed to be okay with that, that's unacceptable. Understanding that some of the doctors that have been helping me, Dr. Thomas Lockerin, he is the guy that writes the book. He discovered the mutation in 1984, actually around the date of my birthday, which is kind of crazy, April of 1984. And he's been running with research on how to compete against this disease for 34 years. I commend him. He has helped me greatly. I actually have an appointment coming up at the end of October, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again because he has given me valued information to fight back and to get my doctors to understand that this is a disease and it's necessary for me to do what's necessary to keep my life, to live. And so him and his team up at the University of Virginia at the Emily Carrick Center are awesome. So if you're out there and you have LGL and you don't have anybody to contact and you don't have, an outlet to understand your disease, reach out to them. They have programs out there that can get you out there to see Dr. Locker and to get you diagnosed properly and to get you help. They're always at my disposal. I call and someone answers and they listen to me and they advise me on what do I need to do next. And so it's important that you have those type of outlets. And I'm going to tell you, for those that have LGL, it is majorly critical for you to reach out to them, because it'll change your life and how you look at LGL in general. But that's not what I'm coming to you guys for today. I know I went off on a tangent. I am actually coming to you to provide you some information about some programs out there for leisure, to get away from the stresses of cancer, to sorry, I had to rub my nose. To get scholarships, information. Let's see, those organizations that are fighting back every day on Capitol Hill for us, changing our lives, such as Critical Mass, getting out there, and the AYA program, Young Adults and Adolescents with Cancer. Had a monumental win in the past couple of weeks, where if you are a 18 to 39-year-old and you get cancer and you have student loans, you can put those student loans in deference. There's a difference between deference and forbearance. Forbearance, you inquire interest. Deference, you do not. So it is pretty awesome that we had that win, and a lot of students out there that have to take a break from school or can't work so they can pay their student loans off. That's a win for you. So look into that. Make sure you look up Critical Mass. They provide information constantly, and getting the word out there of what we need to fight, what we need to go to Capitol Hill on, the petitions that we need to have, so we can regain, our lives and fight back against this cancer that is spreading spreading rapidly around the world in young adults. So let's start off with First Descendants. First Descendants is an awesome program. It is out there to get cancer patients out there and do things that they've never done before, or that they like to do that they didn't do before, that they did before that they don't do now. So, for example, rock climbing. It's getting one with nature. Rock climbing, canoeing, what else? Biking, surfboarding, all kinds of stuff. And so if you need a break and you're a cancer patient and you just need a break from reality, from the everyday to day sickness that you have, and the stresses of family and understanding and just peace of mind, check out First Descendants. If you're in Washington, D.C., the OMA Foundation is an awesome foundation. They are situated at a lot of the hospitals around Washington, D.C., in Baltimore, Maryland, and they help you understand. They advocate for you. They help you advocate with their doctors. They give you peace of mind, and they give you information and provide information to you to help you. They also have scholarship programs. They also have things that you can get involved in. Like they just did what is it? I think it's a walk to what is it? The Keys from Washington, D.C., I think. And that's monumental for cancer patients and survivors that are out there making change. And so woohoo for them. They made it to the Keys, and it's pretty awesome. So if you are in the Washington, D.C. area, Baltimore, Virginia area, look up the OMA Foundation, because they're a pretty awesome foundation to help you and assist you and connect you with information that you didn't have. Stupid Cancer. Stupid Cancer is a awesome program. It is out there for you to network with your peers, for you to get information on groundbreaking treatments, and just spreading the word for the need of it. They have a actual conference in April timeframe that a lot of, if you get involved and start raising money early, or a scholarship, or they have funds for you to get a scholarship to go, I would say go. I would say get out there and get information, because it is where you will really find groundbreaking treatment. There are doctors that come to the conference. There are people that are across the medical field that come to the conference and that talk to you and encourage you and let you know that you're not alone, and that there are people out there fighting for you. So if you ever need information about that, look up Stupid Cancer, and it's on social media. You can find it anywhere. It'll probably come up, and they have an app. So I would advise everyone to look up Stupid Cancer. It's because it's changing lives of young adults with cancer. I know I'm saying a lot just because I'm trying to figure out and sift through my brochures that I have. So excuse the you guys. Let's see. Cancer Plus Careers. This is a great organization. They give you information. They provide you with guidance on how to re-entry into the workforce, or while you're in treatment and you're dealing with cancer, how to leverage the information to keep you educated on what your rights are as a working career person with cancer. And then in addition to that, how you balance work and cancer treatment and dealing with cancer. So if you guys need information on that, that are out there that are looking for new careers, or looking for a career, or maintaining the career that you have, make sure you look up Cancer Plus Careers. They're pretty important. They'll help you with resumes, looking for jobs, things like that, giving you information. Is pretty awesome. Oh, let's see. Of course, the major organizations I say reach out to, which is the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, the Cancer Association of America. What else? Oh, so one of the big things that's coming in 2018 is Light the Night. It's with Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. If you can participate, it is an awesome way to show the impact that cancer has had on the community in general. Some of the dates that are out here that are coming up is Northern Virginia, which is the Ruston Town Center, is Friday, October 12th. Montgomery County, Rockville is Saturday, October 13th, and Washington, D.C. is October 20th. If you are out there, please look up Light the Night on the Lymphoma and Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and find your dates that are near you, that are locally associated with where you are. So I completely encourage participating in that. It just shows what cancer has done and how it's affected our community. Some of the things that I wanted to tell you about. So I've realized in this fight with cancer that a lot of young adults do not seek out treatment. I mean, not treatment, but support. There is a network and a community of cancer patient survivors, social workers, and just doctors and people out there that want to help you get through this process. And so I encourage you to go to your support groups. I encourage you to participate in organizations that are at your hospital or your cancer center, because it's important. It's creating that link and that network of people so you don't fail, so you don't get depressed, so you can deal with your situation head on, because cancer will take your life and rip it apart. And for a lot of cancer patients, they feel alone and like there's nobody out there to help them. But there are people out there that are looking to support you, encourage you, especially in the survivorship programs. Just because you had cancer doesn't mean that you don't need help after you've had remission, or you've gotten a cure or something like that. You still have issues too. You still have things that you have to deal with too. The fear of cancer coming back, the issues of being sick and dealing with sickness, and dealing with the fact that you had cancer before. So support groups are still for you too. And there are people in these support groups that can help you, that can tell you what their stories, that can reach out and touch you, that can give you information and provide the information. So I want to say, please, please, if you have had a diagnosis, you have cancer, or you're dealing with cancer, or your family members are dealing with cancer, or people close to you are having a hard time, look up support groups. Look up support groups in your area, because there are plenty around your area. I'm going to tell you, if you start looking, you will find them. It's important, because I know my support groups that I've joined have been monumental in how I feel about myself, the way I view my body, my future, the uncertainty of cancer itself, and just understanding there are people out there going through the same things that I'm going through. So I encourage you guys, please, please seek out support groups in your community, health departments, your cancer centers, programs like, for example, in Washington, D.C., they have the Smith Center for Healing. They have Hope Connection. They have all of these organizations out there that are there to support you on your fight and your process through cancer. I just wanted to let you guys know, I'm trying to get consistent on posting, just so I can give you information and so we can change the world together. So this video was getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna cut it short right here. I love you guys. I support you guys. If you have any comments, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And you're not alone. There's somebody out there that can support you in the fight against cancer. I'll see you guys later.